Good morning, my darling, and welcome back to a new vlog. Today is Monday, and in my last video, I talked about how I wanted to change a few things on my YouTube channel and how I wanted to implement a few more old YouTube videos like get ready with me's, what's in my bag, those type of old school YouTube videos. And yeah, I wanted to start with that this week, but I realized that this week is going to be a little bit busier and a little bit more hectic than normal. So I decided that I'm going to do this in June. The reason why things will be a bit hectic this week is because my eldest sister is going to give birth tomorrow. Today is Monday. That is why I'm also filming today and tomorrow, because normally I film on Thursday and Friday at the end of the week. But because my sister is going to start her labor tomorrow, we will have a few busy days after Wednesday. So yeah, and the reason why she is gonna start her labor is because she is type 1 diabetic, and apparently they're gonna induce the labor and induce her contractions and make sure that she doesn't go past her due date, because apparently it can be dangerous for her and the baby. But they're fine for now, and I think she's gonna be happy when the pregnancy is over. But yeah, when she's in the hospital, because she's gonna stay a few days longer as well in the hospital, we're going, me, my mom, and my sister. We are going to her home because we have to dog sit her dog as well. And we were gonna do a bit of cleaning and meal prepping so that they have a few extra meals ready in the freezer that they just can take out. That's a little bit of the explanation why I'm filming on Monday. But yeah, the focus of this video will be my art, my ideas for the next collections and things I have. I want to figure that out, my collections and my ideas, because I have a lot of ideas in my head. And so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go and figure things out, maybe for the next 3 collections that I want to do, and when I want to finish them, when I want to work them, and things like that, and probably do some drawing and painting as well. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Really looking forward to it. So I have a few ideas for the next collections that I want to make. So I've been scrolling on Pinterest a lot recently and saving some pictures and photographs of things that I really like, that really interests me, and that I want to maybe draw, maybe paint some of the subjects that I maybe want to use. And I have been thinking about what type of collections I want to make. Do I want it based from the seasons, or do I want to go at month to month? And I came up with a few ideas. I have 3 collections in mind already, and I think I'm gonna do it month to month. So for next month, the month of June, I had a few ideas that I really want to draw. I really want to draw some birds, because recently I've been very inspired by chickens, and I've been drawing chickens a lot, and I kind of want to continue that, but mainly focus on birds and different birds we have in our gardens and stuff like that, and learn the anatomy of birds and things like that, and maybe learn a few extra biological features from birds. But yeah, I came up with a few things that I really want to draw, because I want each collection to also feel like the month it represents, but I want to feel it. I want to show what it feels for me that month, because, for example,
June is gonna be the beginning of summer, and it is still spring, but also summer. But it's gonna get warmer, and I really imagine the soft pastel colors like blues and yellows for these, and for the flowers mainly, because you still have the yellowish flowers from spring, but also the more vibrant colors are coming through as well. And yeah, so yeah, that's the main focus. I want to keep it on. I want to stay in the soft pastel blues and white colors, and that's mainly what I want to do for June. I'm really inspired also lately by those typical botanical paintings. Like I got this book from thrift store a few weeks, I think 2 weeks ago, maybe last week, and I'm gonna show you. It's right here. It's full of paintings from Marjolein Bastin. I also just realized that the title is wrong, but it's full of these. You can call it a little bit Beatrice Potter inspired paintings, but it's full of, for me, very botanical inspired illustrations. And I really want to focus on that or I'm really inspired by that as well. I don't mainly want to draw in that type of style, but I'm just inspired by the style, and maybe draw some botanical paintings in my style, because I don't have the very realistic style of drawing. And then I also want to do a lot of sketches, because I just miss drawing with pencil a lot. I love drawing with pencil. That's my main material to work with. And I also want to maybe sort of learn how to draw with the fine liners, because a pencil you can erase, a fine liner you can't. So it's a little bit daunting, but I want to learn that. And yeah, those are the ideas I have for now. And I'm just gonna go, and I need a plan. I need a plan, because I am someone who needs everything that is going around in my head on paper, because if I don't, I forget everything, and I end up doing nothing. So I'm gonna start with a plan. I need to know what I want to draw and paint. I need to know exactly in detail. I need to plan that out. Otherwise, my brain would just go numb, and I get into an ADHD paralysis. Apparently, that's what it's called. So that's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna sort out for each collection I have, because I already have a mood board for each collection, and just written words or just, brain maps of things that inspire me from that collection. And then I just made a list of everything that I want to draw, or that seems like something to draw, but I want to narrow this down to a couple of paintings and a couple of sketches and a couple of drawings. I think I'm gonna put it in that of categories. I want some paintings, but those are going to be digital paintings. I want to have a few sketches, and I want to have a few line art drawings style. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna define that as well, the things that I want, how many I want of each, and keep it realistic as well for me, because I can go overboard with it, and I can put way too much on my plate that I can chew. So I'm gonna stick with a realistic budget, realistic plan for me to things that I want to draw and make. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna go and do now.
So I just finished describing every type of art piece that I want to make. And in total I have 8 types, and I thought I'd just go quickly over them with you. So these type of artworks are, for me, things that I want to make in this collection. That I have different types of art pieces, and also not styles, but different vibes. For each type, I wrote them down in this notebook, and I put a few of inspiration photos with each type, so I know for myself what I want to make. And the first I have is the simple pencil sketch. So I don't know if you can see, but these are the different types I have, and which each type I have a small explanation and a few inspiration photos for it. That's how I did it in my notebook, just to get everything out of my head, and so that I know what I'm gonna make. So first is the pencil sketch, which is just a rough sketch you make, draw. When I draw, just roughly drawing very quickly. It's usually drawings I made that take between 10 to 15 minutes. The second one is a colored pencil sketch, which is this exact same thing, but in a colored pencil if I want to add some color with maybe watercolors or things like that. The third one are thumbnails, and I took this from my concept artist years. And thumbnails are small sketches, but they're really tiny rectangle sketches you make in your sketchbook to see how the composition of a money piece is going to look. That is also one of the things that I want to do. And fourth one is line art drawings. I want to brush up on my line art style and drawings, and you can make very beautiful drawings with it and illustrations with it. I follow a few artists on Instagram who do the cross hatching style, and I think it's very beautiful. It's just, for me, it is something you have to think about. It's when, for example, when I do a pencil sketch, I just rough lines, rough drawing. But with the crosshatch line art, you have to think where you're going to put each stripe or line. But I really want to learn to draw like that. It's also a bit of challenging because you can't use an eraser, and if you made a mistake, you made a mistake. You can't erase it. But anyway, then number 5 is just drawings, which are, for me, or made in traditional techniques like maybe watercolors or gouache paintings, but also just more detailed drawings in pencil as well. Then I have number 6, illustrations, and that's, for me, the illustrations are, I don't know if you can see it, but just singular detailed drawings of one single bird on a branch or one single tulip or things like that, but they're digitally and they're detailed. For me, this is just how I'm gonna use this. And then this number 7 are my spreads. Those are just the spreads in my sketchbook that I make of a certain subject, and I usually take 2 pages for each spread. For example, a few weeks ago, I made a spread about chickens, and I also made a spread about different types of eggs, and those are just roughly sketches drawn in my sketchbook. And then number 8 is the money shot, and the money shot is also something I took from my concept art when I was learning to be a concept artist. A money shot was explained to be a one piece that you make that gives the whole vibe of the story you want to tell. I'm mainly going to do this digital because I am not confident in my traditional skills at the moment for painting, so I'm going to stick to digital and refine my skills in that medium a bit. But yeah, those are the types that I want to create in my collections, and now I just have to define what I want to draw for each collection or what I want to make. Also, one thing I want for each collection is make a recipe card because one thing I want to do more is baking and learning to make different types of French and Belgian inspired recipes. So I thought, why not incorporate it in my art as well and paint what I bake or made. So each month I also want to make a specific recipe that I want to learn and make a recipe card with it. So yeah, that's also one thing I want to do. So for now I have a few ideas. I'm gonna stick with the name The Spring Blues for this collection. And I want this collection to be mainly focused around clouds and spring / early summer showers and the birds that live in our garden and some cozy tea moments. So based on that idea, I wrote down a few prompts that maybe I want to use. One of the things is just birds, a single bird flying in the sky, or just a bird flying. I want to make a spread of all the different type of garden birds that live here in Belgium. Maybe some cute little sketches of birdhouses or different type of birdhouses. I also want to focus on painting some clouds that are in the sky, those white fluffy clouds. Then I also want to focus a little bit on the Delft blue. Maybe some plates that you can hang on the wall with those cute, maybe some bird sceneries. I also maybe want to do a skyline where you can see some clouds in the sky and one or two birds flying through it. Something like that for a money shot, maybe. And I also want to do something with cute little teacups that are inspired by the Delft blue with some tea and some lemon slices and maybe for the recipe I want to try some lemon cake with a little bit of drizzle on top of it, just to keep it in theme with the lemon and the yellow and blue types of colors. So yeah, that's what I have for now for this or the next month's collection. So I'm gonna go and make a few sketches, maybe do some thumbnails and see what I can come up with. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. Good morning. Today is Tuesday, it's the next day. Yesterday I did some more drawing and I finished making little thumbnails for the collection, and I finished with figuring out what I want to draw. And today, since the weather is even more miserable than yesterday, I am just gonna go and get these thumbnails into rough sketches and yeah, just do some more drawing today to get ahead on the collection. Let's get some drawing done. But before I want to do this, I'm going to show you something very real. Before I'm going to have to draw, clean this mess up. So I just finished getting rid of a lot of papers and decluttering my desk a little bit. Now I'm just gonna go and finish the thumbnails and the sketches for the pieces that I want to make. So what I just did is I made a few thumbnails for the ideas I had written down, and I wanted to sort them by type of drawing that I want to make, or type of art that I want to make. So I made these few little cards with each type, or one card is one type, and I wrote down just a few keywords for what I want to make. For instance, the pencil sketch, I wrote down birds flying, single teacup, chamomile flower, or a lemon cut in half, and those are all the things that I want to make quick pencil sketches of. So what I'm gonna do now is, for each card I'm gonna make few little sketches, few little thumbnails to get some ideas out of my head and on paper. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So I just finished all sketches for each type of the art piece that I want to make. I thought I'd give you a little rundown of what I did. So the first two are the same. Those are the colored pencil sketches and the just pencil sketches. And I made the same thumbnails for each of those. Then I did the thumbnail sketches with some ideas, the line art, which I want to incorporate the Delft's blue tiles a little bit in it. And then some of the finished drawings that I'm gonna make. So these are the quick sketches for this. The illustrations, these are just very rough sketches to get me an idea, because this is the spread, to get me an idea or where I want to place the different type of things and what I want to draw. And then the money shot sketches. So those are just very, very rough sketches, so I know where I want to place what and what I want to draw and stuff like that. Yeah. Then I'm gonna go now. I'm just gonna go and define or refine those sketches a little bit. But first I'm gonna go and take a sweater because it's getting very cold in here. So yeah, now I'm just gonna refine those sketches a little bit and draw out a little bit more of them. That's what I'm gonna do now.
So I just finished dinner and I have just been non-stop drawing actually. And I wanted to show you the few sketches that I made. I'm missing one. I don't know where it is. Anyway, this is one of just a teacup. The next one of a lemon to keep in theme with the lemon and tea vibes. And then a little birdie on chamomile tea flowers. And I just scanned them and put them on my iPad, and now I am just drawing over them, cleaning them up a little bit, and yeah, gonna try tomorrow if I can print them out. So I just, for example, drew the flower and the teacup. I just cleaned it up a bit, and I'm gonna fill it in a little bit, maybe do a little bit of coloring and do the line art. But yeah, that's what I have so far. And yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you in the next one. Tot ziens!